What you think about me being your stepdad?
I feel like it'll be a good fit.
Real age is 37.
Are you gonna give her another?
I got 3 kids, and my oldest daughter birthday the same day as your sibling. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to date a porn star or a stripper?
Not in front of the kids.
My name is Twilight. I'm 18. I'm a single mom.
It's Woody. I'm trying to figure out what that mouth do.
What mouth?
Yeah.
My mouth.
Yeah. What your?
Castro, why did you end up popping your balloon?
My man didn't jump, so I just decided that I had to pop it because I want that spark. Soon as he gonna tell me, he gonna give me the sign. He gonna tell me, yeah, go get that one right now.
These videos are everywhere. Blaring thumbnails, exaggerated reactions, and the same tired format. 20 versus 1s, smash or pass, pop the balloon. At first, they were mildly amusing, a quick brainless watch to kill a few minutes. But now, they've spiraled into something darker. What started as harmless entertainment has devolved into public humiliation, cheap drama, and in some cases outright exploitation. But how? How could a simple idea devolve into such degeneracy? At first, the whole format was really popularized with the Sidemen's Tinder-style videos, where participants would either swipe right or left on a girl they either liked or didn't like.
I'm JJ, I'm 26, and you know what they say about black people? Once you go black, you're gonna need a
Yeah.
This style of content exploded and broke records on YouTube, and the Sidemen grabbed hold of that for a few months. But that format was unfortunately cut short when they started facing backlash. Things started to change. The Sidemen decided to take the concept to the next level with a massive crossover video featuring Logan Paul and his friends. The idea of it was honestly entertaining, and the interactions were intense to say the least. But that's where the problems began. The video wasn't just crazy, it was overtly sexual. Fans quickly took notice and flooded comment sections with concerns. Many argued it was inappropriate, especially considering the Sidemen's extremely young audience. And the backlash was swift and loud. While the Sidemen ultimately shifted their more graphic content to their paid platform Side Plus, the damage was already done. After a few months of regular content, they decided to bring back the idea of speed days through the use of 20v1s. For those who somehow missed it, the concept was simple. One participant stood before a group of 20 people, deciding who to keep based on short interactions. It was casual, fun, and surprisingly engaging. So much so that people forgot about the past controversy. These videos struck the perfect balance of humor and entertainment. They were well produced, moderately paced, and packed with creative challenges. The Sidemen didn't just participate, they innovated. Each new video introduced fresh twists, surprise celebrity guests, different tasks, and unpredictable moments that kept viewers hooked. And boy did it work. These videos racked up millions, sometimes tens of millions of views. Even reactions to the videos became a goldmine, pulling in millions alone. It was like the Sidemen had unlocked YouTube's ultimate cheat code. But as the old saying goes, the idea was never yours, it was just your turn. With the Sidemen popularizing this format, copycats started popping up everywhere. At first, they were harmless, laughable, even entertaining. You'd watch a few seconds, roll your eyes, and then click away. But then they started flooding YouTube. It was impossible to escape. Every thumbnail was the same exaggerated reaction. Every title screamed clickbait. Every video followed the same intro, the same outro, and the same tired promotions. It wasn't just the saturation that made these videos unbearable. It was the content itself. There was no originality, no creativity, just the same thing over and over. And yeah, there were a few variations like Pop the Balloon, but all in all, it was still the same degeneracy. I mean, just take a look at this clip.
Says who? Says who? Says who?
Good shit.
Who? Who a dirty ass?
What?
At its core, these videos weren't just about fun anymore. They became a public spectacle of humiliation. Participants willingly signed up for what should have been light-hearted entertainment, but the reality was far from it. Imagine standing in a line, waiting to be judged not for your personality, but for superficial things like your appearance or how awkwardly you can flirt in 10 seconds. The goal? To see who could ridicule or embarrass the other person the most in front of millions of viewers. The rejections weren't kind or constructive, they were brutal. People were insulted for their weight, their looks, their style, and sometimes for things completely out of their control.
It is. No, I was looking at the hair on your arms.
Anyways, she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
Alright,
so that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on.
It wasn't entertainment, it was a glorified roast session under the thin veil of dating. And when words weren't enough, things often escalated. fights broke out regularly, with people nearly coming to blows over petty comments. In one instance, 2 women were filmed fighting outside a warehouse after one of them took a comment too personally. These videos didn't just border on conflict, they thrived on it. The creators knew exactly what they were doing, egging on the tension for the sake of drama and clicks. But even all this chaos wasn't the worst part. As humiliating as it was to see grown adults tear each other apart for clout, the trend took an even darker turn. It wasn't long before creators started pushing boundaries further and further, blurring the lines between edgy content and outright exploitation. The turning point came when a creator named Mike Adelabu thought it would be a great idea to include kids. Yes, kids in the mix. In one video, Lil RT, a 10-year-old rapper from Atlanta, joined a group of similarly aged participants for what that can only be described as a child-safe version of the trend. But let's be real, there's no such thing. The very nature of 20v1s is modeled after a dating show. It's inherently about romantic or sexual dynamics. And even though the video avoided explicit content, the whole setup was just uncomfortable. What's worse is that this video wasn't a one-off. Just a few months later, Lil RT showed up in another video. But this time, the concept was even more bizarre.
You like single baby mamas?
What about me?
Okay, no, look, come on. So like, you like baby mama?
For sure.
I got some mamas with their daughters. I got like a little two-man. He gonna get the mama, you gonna get the daughter.
It wasn't just kids anymore, it was kids paired with single parents. Let me explain. In this new format, Lil RT and another grown man went on mock dates with adults, single parents who had brought their own children into the fold. The idea, if Lil RT liked the kid and the man liked the parent, they would both swipe right. If not, then they'd be disqualified. Think about that for a second. A 10-year-old was placed in a situation designed to mimic dating apps like Tinder, all while surrounded by adults. It wasn't explicit, but it didn't need to be. The entire premise felt wrong on every level, and viewers weren't afraid to call it out. Why are we putting a kid on a dating show? If it was a small girl and a grown man, it's a whole different story. And it's honestly understandable to see the outrage when clips like this exist.
Oh! Step aside. Step to the side. We're here for your mama.
Okay. All types of shit.
Where y'all from?
Woody Woo.
Where you from?
Atlanta.
Where he from? Atlanta. Give me 5.
Type shit. Stepdaddy.
He don't mean no harm.
You should marry her. She's nice, kind, and she got the money.
She put your dad on child support. So the money coming from your daddy.
Baby.
So she's a gold digger.
No, none of that.
The outrage was immediate. Comments flooded in, with many asking the obvious question: how could anyone think this was okay? But instead of addressing the criticism, creators just turned off comments and continued uploading. But it didn't stop there. A rapper brought his young son along. Women in the video made explicit comments, and the dad threw around inappropriate jokes, all whilst the kid just stood there. And the most unsettling part was that the boy didn't even flinch. It was as if he'd heard these things before. And to be honest, the level of desensitization is alarming to say the least. But this isn't the first time YouTube has fallen into a cycle of low-effort, exploitative trends. A few years ago it was smash or pass, then it's 20v1, then it's popping balloons. It's all the same formula. Hypersexualized, low-effort content designed to farm views with minimal thought. But the 20v1 trend has gone even further, crossing lines that should have never been crossed. As things are now, it seems like this type of content won't stop anytime soon, and YouTube is at a crossroads. The platform is saturated with garbage, content that's not just lazy but actively harmful. The crazy thing is that the 20v1 format could have been a lasting legacy of creativity and fun. Instead, it's become a warning of what happens when entertainment loses its soul and is driven by money-hungry people.